What's up guys? So today we finally have the green reveals for One Punch Man. We went over yellow, we went over red. Now it's time for green. Let's see if green can keep up, because right now red and yellow seem to be outshining a lot of the meta decks and might be power creeping a lot of the decks right now. So let's see if green could keep up as well. So we start off with King. He is a 0 drop. Generates 1, get trigger, 1000 BP, okay? So activate main once per turn, draw a card. Simple, good. Then we have Metal Bat, 0 drop, get trigger, 1500 BP, pretty standard. Okay, next we're gonna go to our, ooh, that's hard to read. I'm not sure what that says. Is that a Guri? I'm not sure what that says. It's hard to read with how the pictures were taken, but it's a 0 drop nonetheless. A draw trigger, 2000 BP for the 0 drop, which is nice. And okay, then we have another 0 drop. This one is Flashy Flash. So this one is a 0 drop, 1500 BP, no trigger. If 6 or more hero affinity cards are on your field, this character cannot be blocked by a character with 3500 B or more BP. Okay, that's solid for a 0 drop. So you play this early for the energy generation, and then later in the game, if they have a bunch of 4Ks on their field, you can just move this up and attack with it, and they can't block. So it's pretty good against something that has a lot of 4Ks like Bleach or something. That's pretty solid. For a 0 drop, that's pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to go with 1 drop. Moomin Rider. So 1 drop, generates 1, active trigger, 1500 BP. So when sidelined, if this character is sidelined due to losing a battle, so if you block with it, you may place 1 card from your hand into your sideline, and if you do, play this card set to resting onto your field. Wow! So you get to bring him back by pitching a card, and you get to put him anywhere on your field. So he can be energy if you need him, or you can just put him back on the front line. So that's pretty solid. You basically get to get a reborn, and it's just once per turn. So next turn, you put him up again, and you do it again. Very solid. Very good guy right there. All right, now we have Puri Prisoner. Okay, so it's a 1 drop, 2000 plus BP. So it regenerates 1 energy and an active trigger. So character is during your turn. If you have no cards in your hand, this character gains 2000. Oh, for a 1 drop, you get 4000 BP. That's solid. And activate main once per turn. Place all cards in your hand into your sideline. Okay, so this and this seem really nice late game if you need like to get through 4Ks, because this one will make himself 4K. This one will just attack through the 4Ks, can't be blocked. So very cool for later in the game. Interesting. It's different for sure. All right, then we have a Metal Bat, 2 drop, 3000 BP. This one has step and has a color trigger, so pretty standard. Metal Bat. Okay, not bad. And then Child Emperor, this one is a 2 drop, 1000 BP, draw trigger. So when played, if you have 3 or more hero affinity cards on your field, choose one of the following. You either draw a card or choose 1 character on your field that gains 1000 BP until the end of the turn. Okay, that's solid. It's a drop 2, the 2 drop, that's cool. Alright, now we get to King. So he has an alt art, so you know he's gonna be good. 3 drop, 5000 BP, generates 2 energy. He does, wow, that is the most impressive stats I have ever seen on a 3 drop. And he's a raid trigger. Okay, so this character cannot attack or block. Okay, that makes sense. Now we understand why he's goated in all these other stats. Okay, so when played, you draw a card, then you may place 1 Saitama card from your hand into your sideline, and if you do, choose up to 1 character in your opponent's front line and sideline it. That's very good. So when he's played, you get to pop a card. And then, so that's pretty good for the raid trigger, because even though he can't attack or block, you raid him on your opponent's turn, you're able to pitch a card and pop something and destroy something. That's good. And then activate main. If it's in the front line, you can switch him to resting and place up to 3 cards from the top of your deck into your sideline. So this just lets you fill up your sideline as well. It's kind of, you're using it as a card to sideline one of your opponent's cards. But it can't attack or block. I don't know how I feel about that yet. We'll see. All right, so now we have another 3-drop. So this is a 3, yeah, 5,000. There's a 3-drop, 4,000. Impressive. Again, these stats are very impressive. Generates 2 energy as well, and is an active trigger. The effect is this character cannot move. This seems really insane. For a 3-drop 4K, I mean, not being able to move it doesn't really matter because you just summon it to the top of the field and you have a 4K blocker at all times or attacker. Or if it's on your, it's not if it's in your back, it generates 2 energy. So either way, it's fine to leave it wherever it's at. But it's kind of weird if you put it on your energy line and then you can never move it. It's just kind of stuck there, but it's a very solid card, very very good. Okay, now we go to a lot of 3-drops in this deck. So there's a 3-drop Metal Knight. What's the name of this one? I can't even read that either. Warren Dog Man. Watchdog Man. There we go. Okay, so Metal Knight is the next one. 3-drop, 2,500. A little underwhelming compared to the other one. And no trigger. When played, you play up to 1 green character card with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your hand set to resting onto your field. Okay, so you get a free play off of this. A lot of green decks do that just because they need a lot of energy. This one only doesn't seem like it needs that much energy because you have a lot of 3-drops but that are good. But still, I'm sure that's solid. Next, we're going to go to the Metal Bat. So this is a 4-drop. It's going to be a raid trigger, 4,000 BP. So this character nullifies impact. Doesn't have the rated for that. The raid effect is this character gains all abilities listed below if you have the required number of hero. So this deck obviously is focusing on having hero names on your field. So if you have 3 or more, it'll gain impact. If you have 6 or more, when this is sideline, you may place 1 card from your hand onto your sideline. And if you do play this card, set to resting on your front line. Oh, impressive. Yeah, so you get to bring him back by pitching a card, and it'll be active next turn. So you basically pitch any card you want, put him back on the field, and it's like if you summon a 4K and is ready to attack the next turn. So this guy seems very solid. And a lot of recursion. Although you only get it once per turn, or once to summon it back because it has to be rated, but still very solid. Okay, next we're going to move on to Terrible Tornado, another hero affinity. This is going to be the winner card. You guys probably already saw this one. She's 4,000. She is not a raid target. She's just a 4-drop. And active trigger. When played, you may place 1 hero affinity card from your hand into your sideline. And if you do, switch this character to active. Wow, this is also very good. You just get a 4K to be able to attack. As soon as you summon it, that's really good for a 4K. You don't even have to rate it to be able to attack. So usually the active action 2s are the ones that go active. So this one being able to make herself active is really good. And with this guy, you're able to bring it back. And then you have another attacker. So I feel like this very, very good for attacking with high attack monsters. The only problem with this deck might be your hand size because you're pitching for this. You're pitching a card for the sideline and a card for this. And then you also have this guy that you want to pitch a card to get the effect. So your hand is probably non-existent. But that might be a good thing. All right, so next we're going to go into another 4-drop. This is the Genos. You guys are probably well aware of this one. This is the winner card currently. We'll still go over it. So it's 4,000 BP. Raid trigger double blocker. And when this character attacks and wins a battle, you get to draw a card. That's pretty good. And then when it's sideline, return up to 1 base card of this rated character to your hand. That's good because you need cards to pitch for like this. So this getting you something back is nice. Okay. Next, we're going to go into Metal Bat. Oh, it's the same thing. So this is the same as that, just different art. Okay. Next, we're going to go into this Action 2 4-drop. It's 4,000 BP. Draw a trigger. When played, you choose up to 1 character with 2,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. Okay, that's good. And if you have 6 or more other hero affinity cards on your field, you get to sideline a 4,000 or less BP. That does not seem great because you're doing an Action 2 to maybe sideline a 4,000 and he plays rested, not active like most Action 2 cards. I don't know about him, but maybe there's potential. We'll see. All right, now we have, what's his name? Atomic Samurai. Okay, yeah. And then, okay, next we have Silver. Is that Silver Fang? Silver Fang. Okay, so this is a 6-drop. So 6-drop is your color trigger. and it's 4,500 BP. This character is when played or attacking or blocking, you get to look at the top card of your deck, place it on the top of your deck or into your sideline. So this fuels your sideline, which you might want. I'm not seeing... it seems alright for a 6-drop. I don't know. But maybe it's good. We'll see. I mean, it has another art, so it has to be good, right? Alright, next we're going to go, finally, our last card. You guys probably know him well, but we're going to go over it anyway. So the last card we have is the 15-drop Action 2 Saitama. 10,000 BP, get trigger, and hero affinity. For every 5 cards in your sideline, reduce this card's require energy by 1. While in your hand, play this character set to active on your field. It does impact 3, so kills a monster, it'll still impact 3 lives. Damage 7, which will just win you the game probably. And then this character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's abilities, so it'll stay there, I guess. And when attacking, choose up to 1 character in opponent's front line and sideline it, okay? At the end of the battle, if this character was blocking, return it to your hand. Okay, so as long as you don't block with it, it'll just stay on the field. But getting it on the field, there isn't very many cards right now that look like it's gonna help this. So hopefully we get some cards that will help you bring this requirement down. But right now it's not looking like it. So very hard to summon it. Obviously, if you can, once you have like 30 cards in your sideline, that'll reduce it by 6. It's still a 9-drop after 30 cards in your sideline. So that's even then, having 9 energies is going to be very tough. So I just don't see how you can summon him. But he's going to be there, and we'll see. It'll definitely make it for some fun and interesting games if we can get him on the field. So yeah, that's going to be it for green. Maybe as much potential as some of the other ones. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm still thinking red and yellow might have the upper hand right now. But hopefully we get some more reveals. And if not, we're going to have to wait for the complete release of the set. And when we do, I know we're going to have some boxes to open up to show you guys. We're going to build probably all 3 of these decks because they all seem fun. They all seem good. So stay tuned for that. So make sure you comment. Let us know what you're waiting on. What cards you guys want to pick up. And can't wait to duel with these cards. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.